You know how it is in gaming. For years, the deal has always been pretty simple. You buy the game, you play it, but you never really own any of it. All those hours you put in, all that skill you build, those super rare items you find, in the end, they've always belonged to the publisher. But that's all changing. A huge shift is happening thanks to this idea called Web3, and it really boils down to one simple thing: true digital ownership for you, the player. Today, we're going to dig into this massive switch from being a digital renter to a digital owner.
This quote right here, it just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly sums up this frustration that's been bubbling up in the gaming community for a long time. We, the players, create so much value with our time and our passion, but that value has always just flowed in one direction, straight to the companies, not to the community that actually makes a game feel alive.
So let's really break this down. In the old-school Web 2 world, you're basically just renting your gear. That legendary sword you spent 100 hours grinding for, it's just a line of code on a company's server. And if they shut that server down, poof, it's gone, forever. But Web 3 completely flips that on its head. By using blockchain, your items become your assets, period. They live in your digital wallet, which means you can sell them, trade them, or just show them off, because you can prove you're the one and only owner.
Okay, so theory is one thing, but how is this shift from renting to owning actually happening in the real world? Well, projects are building entire ecosystems around this idea, and a fantastic example of this in action is a project called ZarGates.
Right, let's get into what these guys are doing. ZarGates is making itself a super accessible gateway into this new world of gaming. By building everything right inside an app pretty much everyone has, like Telegram, they're tearing down one of the biggest walls for new users. You don't need a bunch of complicated software or a degree in computer science to get started. They're meeting players exactly where they are.
Now, what's so cool about this is that ZarGates isn't just building a single game. They're building the whole playground. They're creating a bridge for traditional gamers to cross over, they're rewarding you for the actual time you play, and they're even giving the tools to other game studios so they can plug their games into this new economy. It's a really solid, long-term approach.
And look, a project this big is nothing without the right people to actually build it. What you're seeing here is that perfect mix of talent. You've got Roman, the CEO, who's a veteran game developer who knows how to make hits. You've got Idart, the CTO, who is a total Web3 tech wizard. And then there's Duncan, the CFO, who knows how to connect all of this to the world of finance. That's the kind of dream team you need to pull something like this off.
Okay, so that's the big picture. Now let's get down to what really matters. How does this actually work for you, the player? How do you go from just playing a game to actually owning a piece of the action? The whole process is designed to be incredibly easy to get into. You just start the game right inside Telegram. As you play, your skill directly earns you in-game tokens. This is all part of their retro drop, which is just a cool way of rewarding the first people who jump in and support the game. But here's the best part. Those tokens aren't just for bragging rights. You can actually exchange them for cryptocurrency, turning your high scores into real-world value.
And the engine powering all of this is a simple but really powerful concept called proof of playtime. So instead of rewarding people who just throw money at the game, the system is built to reward the people who are actually playing it, supporting it with their time and their skill. It's a model that's all about valuing the player's contribution above everything else.
The ZarGates token is basically the fuel for this whole economy. It's what you earn for playing, sure, but it's also got real uses. You can use it to power up your game assets, to upgrade your account, and even to get early access to brand new games that launch on the platform. It creates this awesome loop where playing and earning lets you reinvest right back into your own fund.
And it's not just about tokens. Through these special events, you can earn unique NFTs. Think of them as digital collector's items. A one-of-a-kind sword, a limited edition character skin, you name it. But because it's an NFT on the blockchain, you truly own it. It's a real asset you can sell or trade in a marketplace, not just some picture that's stuck in the game forever.
Okay, let's pump the brakes a little bit, because it's really important to be realistic here. This all sounds amazing, but we are talking about a brand new industry. And like any new frontier, it's definitely got its fair share of challenges and, yeah, some serious growing pains.
I mean, the numbers don't lie. The market for gaming tokens has seen a major correction. What this tells us is that the initial hype train has kind of cooled off. Now the market is looking for projects with real substance, with economies that can actually last, and, most importantly, games that are actually fun to play.
So what's causing these problems? Well, industry insiders are pointing to some really clear hurdles. And for the third year in a row, the #1 challenge is just how difficult it is to get started, the bad user experience.
If it's too complicated for the average gamer to just jump in and play, the whole thing just can't grow.
And this quote from an industry pro is it's the golden rule right here. For a while, a lot of projects were all about the earning, with the game itself feeling like an afterthought. But that's changing. The secret sauce is making a great game first, the ownership, the blockchain benefits, that's the awesome cherry on top, not the whole sundae.
But here's the thing. Even with all these hurdles, this core idea of player ownership, it's not going anywhere. In fact, these challenges are actually forcing the entire industry to get smarter, to innovate, and to build a much stronger foundation for whatever comes next.
And we are seeing real signs of that progress everywhere. The focus is moving away from just hype and speculation and toward building economies that can last. We're seeing huge partnerships, like ZarGates teaming up with Neki, a mobile developer with over 1 billion installs. That's how you bridge the gap. And the whole industry is working together to build better tech for everyone.
This quote from a pioneer in the space just says it all. The argument here is that if you're only looking at today's token prices, you are completely missing the point. The real story, the metrics that matter, are about how many people are playing, how strong these in-game economies are, and of course, how good the games are becoming.
So, this whole shift from being a simple renter in a digital world to becoming a true owner, it fundamentally changes the relationship we have with the games we love. Which brings us to one last big question. Is giving players real ownership more than just a new feature? Could this be the ultimate evolution, the final level for the entire gaming industry?